Welcome back to another episode of Look What Just Found. Today is episode 114. And it's going to be a special episode today. The other day we did some of the wheat cents that I found during one of our original episodes. And it was kind of interesting. We looked at what I thought were super errors, and it turned out that 2/3 of them today I'm just throwing them back into the little bags of wheat cents. Not that somebody won't pay $1 or $2 for them, but to call them super errors I would not call them today. So that's just to show some of the evolution as a content creator and a person who is looking through coins on a daily basis or a regular basis. There's some days I go through, I don't do anything with pennies or coins. So with that said, I have another box from that group that I called errors. So these, according to me, these are not, I guess, the super errors, but the other ones were. But these are the ones from the 4.5 pounds of wheat cents. I put these to the side. So what we're gonna do is, I think I'm gonna make, because I put them into decades, right? 20s, 30s, 40s, teens, 50s. So I think what we'll do is we'll put anything I'm gonna keep into here. Like if we find something that I consider has value, I'll put in here, and then we'll do. I don't think if there's any teens, 20, and we'll divide it up by decades up here. The stuff that I'm just gonna throw back into the bags. You know what I mean? For I don't know, possible later sales of like lots. Groups of coins or whatever for books or whatever I'm gonna do with them. But they got to come out of here, and I think this is a good opportunity to do that. Thank you. I agree. Okay, so let's get busy, y'all. All right. So now, if I find one wheat cent every, wow, look, that's the first one we grab, a 44S. Okay, so let's get up the 44D over S, and I think that is one of them that we might have found from the super errors the other day. So it's been a while, right, since I've looked at. Oh wow, that is super interesting. So that's crazy. That's crazy. It's funny that's just the first one we picked up. This might be a long video. I might have to break this up. If every cent is gonna have errors like this, I might have to break this up into various videos, because look at this. That looks like a cud, right? And I'm not saying it's not a cud to me. No, it's not a cud. I'm sorry. That looks like a die chip. I rephrase that. A cud comes off of the rim, as I understand, or the edge, or what have you. That is a piece of the metal that is pushed forward and has become that thing that's right below the C. You can see the trail where it's pushed, and then it's so the cud is smashed, right? Comes off of the edge and is smashed into the surface of the coin, and that becomes a cud. That little thing that flips off of the rim and lands near the rim, that's the cud. Okay. I don't even remember this coin, to be honest with you. And this is something that I would have. The zoom is, I guess, it's a little too far in. So I guess when I first saw this, it had like no meaning to me. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Now I'm looking at it and it has so much meaning to me. I was like, I mean, I don't even remember ever seeing a scent like this before. I mean, out of all the scents that I've looked at. And now I'm looking at the first one of the video and it's got me mesmerized here. That's bananas. All right, well, that's significant. Let's just put it there into the little box, right? I'm gonna keep the box here so you can see me when I put them in, because that's our first scent is a significant scent. A 42. Okay, all the key dates are 33 and before, and the semi-key dates, I guess, would be 58 and below. There's some semi-key dates, but those are varieties, and I don't know if there's any semi. I don't have the list of the semi-key dates that I really don't want to keep anything that's just like a buck or two cent. So what we're trying to do is we're going to try to find out why I put this to the side, right? Why I called this an error scent. All right. And I'm not going to stare at them too long, you know, for sake of the video. Okay, so now we have our 40s. We have a 40s one. Let's put it up here. All right, so we have our 40s. All right. Where am I going to put it? All right, I'll put it there. I'll figure that part out as we go on. All right, so this one has dye chips. I have to go in a little closer. I mean, it looks like there's a dye chip there. Dye chip there. That was a cool one. Oh, wow. This is a 57. Okay. Yeah, I mean, to me, this has value. It's worth a few dollars, you know, or maybe a little bit more than a few dollars. A 41. If this has a double dye in the obverse, it's a look at this is so interesting. The double dye obverse is a look at this. I have to look at this under the loop real quick. Is the key variety? Okay, so to me, this is I would say this is a collar issue because of the way it's so looks so mechanical. The rim, you know, those uh, angular dents. I don't see any double dyes on the front of the penny, but when I look at the let's look at the reverse real quick while I have the loop out. Wow. So I mean, to me, this is like has some sort of color error. But it is a kind of an interesting look into the quality control. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, and it even looks like it's a lamination error, maybe. Oh, yeah, yeah, that is a pretty good error. That is. These are the types of scents that I see people selling on eBay, you know, for $5 and up. Okay, there you go. I was trying to get the angle with the light. Look at the metal. Look how beautiful that. I mean, this is a coin, man. Wow, man. I can see how people fall in love with, you know. Let me tell you, these are the coins that got the channel started. You're looking at them right here, man. This is, I mean, for me, this is history. I mean, it's not, it really is history for me. My history. My personal history. Yeah, these are people see things like this and they want to buy them for a few bucks because they're interesting. This is a coin, man. This was inside that group of, and this was really, really, truly unsearched wheat cents. Another 29. Oh man, I wish these were all key dates, man. If these were all 26. Well, it does say semi-key dates. I'm sorry. I never noticed that. The key dates are only the those 4 cents. The others are semi. I never realized that. I'm not kidding you. A little embarrassed, to be honest with you, that I just never paid attention to that. I guess. Wow. I guess in the morning I rushed so much that I just didn't know. No one. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's my subscribers' fault. They didn't correct me. Yeah, wah. They didn't correct me. Oh my god. OMG. Oh my god. No, no, that's just me, man. That's part of my personality. I do not see the significant error in here. Oh, I guess it. Oh, I thought this was a strike through. It has to be that. I'll be honest with you, a little too it probably is. This is just too difficult to prove though. No one's I mean, I'm not saying no one someone else might say, "Yeah, yeah, that's a strike through. Here's $5," but I'm not gonna. So what is this? What year is this? A 29. So we have a 40. So I'll keep the 50s and then we'll put the 20s okay, so all right, so we got our first 20 there. So this is going to be one of the issues with this. I'm going to have to break this up into several videos because first of all, I already know that there is something that at some point in the past I said was an error here. Oh, the 55. Oh, man. And I'm not going to, I mean, if the error doesn't really jump out at me, oh, look at, oh, the T, right? Wow. Yeah, the T. It's missing the top, but it has a little bit of the bottom. It's cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, to me, it isn't, I mean, it is an error in the sense of that it's not the way it's supposed to be, right? So that T is incorrect. Yeah, you know what? People like stuff like this. I've seen enough coins and sales on eBay already. Actually, it's kind of both T's, but specifically the one on the left because you can see the top part of it is interesting. Yeah, all right. I'll put it to the side. 1950s. It's an interesting one, that's for sure. So are all these little marks, are these mint errors? Um, in some cases, it might be. In other cases, it's not. You have to remember the amount of force it takes to put an individual, very small mark on copper, it's significant. It takes machine-like force to do something like that, as opposed to little nicks and scratches. See, this coin has mostly nicks and scratches, right? So that tells me, oh yeah, this is probably from wear, not wear, excuse me, from post mint damage, as is a better way of putting it. Okay, so that's a 50. So we have a 50s, we have a 40s, we have a. Okay, all right. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna break this up into 20-minute videos. That way I could just, you don't have to, I don't know, sit and try to digest / absorb. I don't know. This would be like a 2 or 3 hour video. I could tell already. Again, mostly because I already know I identified an error somewhere. So I need to, part of it is me finding it again. I'm thinking it's the letters in trust on the front. Has to be. The S looks doubled. Oh, plus that. That's interesting. And it's a 48. All right. So, well, yeah, so I guess some of these I will be keeping for as errors. Well, I guess that's why I made these into 17 videos. I have to look at that. Is that a strike through? Most likely. If you look, I'm going to show you the E. It looks like a something. You know what I mean? Was on the coin that went through the letter. You see that? That's probably a strike through. I mean, it really looks like a good strike through. Someone going to pay? I mean, it's a 53, so it's a pretty odd year. Someone going to pay $5 for that? They might, man. They might. I got to put these to the side. I can't let a penny go for 25 cents if I think I can get $5 for it. So I will put that to the side. Interesting. But this is the way I look through coins, period. You know what I mean? This has been my style. If you look at the first video and you look to this one, the current one, this is how I do it. We all have our own styles, and this one is mine. It doesn't make the way I do it better than anybody else. It's just different, and I think I can appreciate all styles. Of course, the only thing that I get anxiety about is if I think of that somebody's going to miss an error, and that somebody else out there might want that. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, you missed an opportunity maybe to oh, I have to make sure this. I haven't been checking for the woody laminations. I'm not going back through them. I mean, most of them I kept. Okay. But like this scent, if I don't see something jumping out at me, I'm not going to keep it. I don't want to have to like really take a microscope, which, I mean, I like using microscopes and stuff like that. But I think in this case, for the sake of these videos, I will not be doing that. You know, if we find something, we keep it. If not, then I put it aside. So is this our first 50s? No, I think, or is this our first 50s? All right. So we have two 50s, and we went through a good amount. All right. Tune in for part two. What are we going to call this? We're going to call this, well, this is episode 114. So, well, if there's too many videos, I'm going to have to make this into separate episodes. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm just going to call this, well, let's keep it. Let's see. I'm not going to overthink it. So this is part 1, episode 114. We're going to go to the next one.